What is going on, everybody? Back with another knife review. Today I'll be talking about the Microtech Select Fire Manual. Now, this knife won the 2011 Most Innovative Most Innovative American Design Award, and rightly so. You can tell it's a very, very unique looking knife. I don't think I have another knife that looks quite like it. Definitely a better looking knife than the Microtech Kestrel, or even actually way better than the Vector, in my opinion. The Vector just looks like comes straight from the Klingon Empire. That thing is so alien looking. But this one fits the bill nicely. And it does suffer from a few issues, which I'll go over. First of all, it has a very short handle to blade ratio. But, you know, if you guys see that handle real estate, this is the knife for you. Very nice utilitarian looking reverse tanto. And you can see that all the information is right on the blade itself. And got the saber grind on there, so most of the thickness is kept at the very top of the spine, so adds more rigidity to the blade. Got the oversized thumb studs, which doubles as the blade stop. The triangle proprietary screws from Microtech, which is good and bad. Bad because you can't take it apart, but good because you can't take it apart because it will void your warranty. So I guess, you know, it all depends on how you look at it. Got the carbon fiber inserts, although I hope that in the future they'll come out with like a grip tape inserts like the Kestrel or the SOCOM Elites and some of the other side opening knives that Microtech offers. Very good jimping on the back on this back spacer, and some of the other ones has like the like colored back spacers on here. I elected to get the full tactical version, so that means all the screws and everything are all blacked out, so I like this. Very, very nice. The back is rather sterile. You can see there's nothing on it. There's a pocket clip on there, not removable unless you have the tools for it, but very, very high ride. Good and bad on that. The good part is that you have all this extra handle real estate to grab onto to deploy the blade, but unfortunately, the bad thing is it just screams that I have something in my pockets because this much of it, you know, shows out of your pocket. So, this looks so alien looking, I'm sure somebody will think it's a knife anyways. Has a liner lock on there, and you guys called the macro at the very beginning of my video. You can actually see it there. There's a spring right there, so it's a spring-loaded liner lock. I've always wondered because this is a nested liner lock. It's only about that long, and I was wondering what gave it the tension. And you know, when I looked around, that's what I found. The tang you can see is cut very aggressively. Oh, maybe it's better from the side. Yeah, there you go. It's cut very aggressively to allow that liner to lock up very firmly. You can tell there's even a spot there for the detent ball to lock into. So very, very nice. And listen to the sound that this thing makes when it folds open. It has like a nice metallic sound. So very nice. So no matter where you look at it, the liner lock will always lock up in the same spot every single time. And which is kind of nice, you know. It's still a little gritty right now, but I'm sure if I break it in, it'll become better and better over use. The one thing about this knife is that this was probably meant to be as an automatic knife in the first place because it's very, very smooth. This is like the Kershaw tilt where the blade or the weight of the blade will actually drag the knife closed. So watch this. First time I ever did this, it really surprised me. See that? Yeah, so that actually hurts. And if this blade was grounded the same way, like meaning without a choil, like they say the SOCOM Elite or something like that, it would probably chop part of my thumb off because, yeah, I was not expecting that when I released the liner lock. So better to release it and then you know, let go of the liner lock so you have a little bit of tension there. See, the blade won't drop, but as soon as you push that liner lock out of the way, see it drops down. In the closed position is very cool because you can actually hold it like this, where your thumb stays on top of that pivot area, and you can use it as a striking tool. Ergonomic wise, it's great. The best part is right here, where you get to hold on to this nice deep choil. I did wish there was some jimping here to hold your index finger in, but it's very nice. The problem with this knife is that there's nothing here for you to wrap around. You know, even as hard as I'm gripping it right now, I can't feel anything on my middle finger because of this missing part right here. So while it is good for some, it's not really good for me, but it has very good handle real estate. You can see how much still sticks out after I grab onto it. And I can easily grab back here, which has better grip than when choking up and have a longer reach. But for fine cutting tasks, I would have to be up here. Ice pick grip, awesome, very awesome. You got the nice thumb ramp here for the ice pick grip, you know. Aside from that, opens very smoothly. The thumb studs do get a little hard to get to, but you know, with practice, you know, you can get right to it. The line, I've heard people say that the liner locking tab is a little hard to get into. You can tell it's kind of flush. You can see it does protrude a little bit with the jimping. So luckily there is very hard cut jimping on here. It's not smoothed out, so it really locks your thumb in. But the unfortunate thing is, you can tell it does make an impression on your thumb there. This is all from this knife, by the way. I've been playing with this all weekend, and that's what it does to you. But aside from that, you know, very awesome knife. Let me go and bring out some size comparisons so you guys can see how large this knife is. And let's start with where'd it go? This. I did revise my size comparison charts a little bit. I'm gonna go really fast, so you guys just pause the video. Here it is, US dollar and credit card. Excuse me. And here it is next to a Strider SMF. How about the my old size comparison, which is the Benchmade Mini Grip and the Griptilian. All right. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice for some reason. And then here it is next to some Emersons for you. See, it is a rather large knife, so but it does have a very thin handle. All right, so final impressions. I think it's a great knife for the money, really. I mean, in terms of Microtech, you know, standards. The fit and finish on here could be a little better. You can tell that there's some scarring around that pivot point. See that? The missing color, the coating. And also a few chips here. This is brand new from factory, and there's a couple missing chips off of the handle here. The ergonomics could be a little bit better. I think it could stand to have a slightly wider handle for, you know, even with me with my smaller, medium-sized hands, it's still hard for me to grip it really tightly this way. I can only imagine for you guys with the larger hands, you know. But great points. It does have very good handle length for you guys with larger hands. It does suffer from poor blade to handle ratio, meaning it's only a 3.5 inch blade versus like a, was it a 5 1/4 or 5.5 inch or something like that. 4 inch, well, I don't remember what it is, but so basically a short handle to a short blade to a long handle. And but I really like it though, actually. And these are, the manual versions are like half the price, literally half the price of the dual actions. So I mean, it's almost a no-brainer. I mean, why have a dual action when the dual action even isn't even very well concealed? There's a button right here. In my opinion, I think this, I think I could have done with an actual concealed button. But the manual is half the price, which is very good for this knife. I highly recommend it, really. So if you guys can get over like the like some of the quality control issues and you know, whatnot, I say pick it up, really. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, comments, leave it below. Aside from that, you can PM me. I will catch you guys on the next one, so take care.